I'll be honest with you. Train wreck. Train wreck. There's days on our farm. All right, it is actually, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but there's a storm brewing in the Gulf, and it's probably going to be it's probably not going to be a hurricane. They said it was going to be, but it's so close to land already, I think it's going to dissipate, but it's going to bring a lot of rain. So you can see we've got some pretty good clouds. We've got a guy that I don't have a bush hog big enough to cut some of the stuff in that new field, so we had a guy come cut a lot of that, which is good. Not because the cows are in there, but I have to move the cows out because of this weather coming in. I'm scared that it's going to flood that area. But we wanted to go and get it cut before it got really wet. Now we couldn't even get in some of those areas, even though we're in the dead of summer and should be dry enough, but it shows how low our lands are. Today we actually got to get the stuff moved up there to the top barn. We also had some bad fits, so we had to replace it. If you remember us showing a little bit of that on the last video. I've already got the stakes up, I'll show you that, and we've got to rebuild that U around there. Trying to get as much done before we actually get into the rain, which I think is going to be here today off the storm, and they said it's possible 3 to 4 days worth of just heavy rains. Now, one cool thing coming up, and if y'all have been watching our channels for a long time, we actually bought Dude Perfect tickets for our children, around Christmas, and that concert is actually this weekend. So we're going to leave here Sunday morning. We won't be able to make church because we actually have to be in Birmingham, which is about 4.5 hours away. And the crazy thing is, because we have a farm, we're not staying overnight, anything like that. We're going to be driving back, so it's going to be a very late night. It's kind of like the situation where we went and met the Robertsons and went to a Duck Dynasty thing over there, and we drove back 3.5 hours that night, got back about midnight. I think we're going to get back about 1 o'clock from Birmingham. But again, with us having a farm and with us having a cow to milk every morning, or 2 cows, just depending on what time of the year, it's kind of hard to take off and just get someone to come milk for 1 day or do our chores for 1day. It shows how hard my job is when it comes to our farm. It's because it's really hard to get somebody to come in and actually do the job. Even when I pay them, it's just like, gosh, I don't know if I want to do all that. So it's fun, we get to enjoy the time as a family, but it also is very stressful because we're preparing, getting all this stuff done because the storm's coming in, but also we're going to be leaving for that day that's going to put us a day behind on just normal farm chores. So that's the plan today, is getting that stuff done. So we've got this stuff. We're gonna move all the way to the very top of the farm. We have, you see the cows where they're at. So we've got to move them out of that 15-acre spot into by the activity court, move in through this field, come out this gate, and go all the way up the road, all the way up. Now that's gonna be, that's a about a 40 to 45 acre move that they've got to make. And we got to make that with 2 calves, along with the fact that we don't have as many people here helping us. Aiden's gonna come out. The kids are doing school, Misty's doing school, so Aiden's not, but Aiden's doing some other things, so I told him to come out and help me. Jennings is gonna help. And what we're gonna do is try to get them going this way. Now I gotta keep them out of the gardens and gotta keep them from going everywhere else. So that way they'll stay in task. I may not get the dogs out for this one because I'm worried that they may cause more problems on this big of a move with the 2 calves, because the calves just, they're hard to control. So I'm scared the dogs will focus on those 2 calves and not the rest of the cows, and then I got a major problem. So this way, we're gonna try to beat it. I'm glad the sun's coming out for a little bit. There's a bad cloud this way, but hey, as of right now, we're gonna enjoy the sun so we can get all this stuff done before all the rains come. I'm thinking about trimming this field. I'm telling you, these lambs have sheep have ate tons of food, but there's still tons of tops on it. So I'm thinking about cutting the top of this, like with a mower or a bush hogger, and just throw that seed. And then if they want to stay in there, if they seem like they're doing okay, I might leave them in there. If not, I may move them too. I just don't know. But it just needs to be cut, because all those seed heads will help make better seeds, and they're not able to stomp it down. It's just so much food, so much grass, and they're eating the fresh grass and leaving the tall grass, of course, mature grass, because they don't want to eat it. So I think I'm gonna come in there and cut it too while we're doing all this other work today. While I got time, if we can keep the rain from actually catching us.
Can we get that side?
All right, come get the other side.
Okay, we're good.
Got it? It's gonna be good to put the cows back in here. It was actually up to Jennings' shoulder, some of these seed heads. So the main thick grass is almost past his waist, which is towards my, middle thigh. And then all the rest is starting to get up to my waistline. So we really need to put the cows over here. They've done their job up there. We bush hogged it, finished it out. Now it's time to move them back on typical rotation. I'm gonna try to seed that once this rain goes through. I'm gonna try to seed that whole place, trying to make grass really do good there coming up in the next few weeks. Now, on this other side, we're gonna close them off to it, but I need to check the bees before I put the cows back on that side, and also I have some old honey frames and things like that. I need to get all that up before we move them. So you see it's getting darker over the church side, so I'm gonna go and call Aiden. We're gonna go and get these cows moved. That way all the other chores I can do without having to worry about the rains. Now the benefit is there's nowhere for the cows to really go if they get out. So if they go down the road and they turn, yes, they could tear up my garden. That's not good. But it's because it's pumpkins and okra. I don't think they're gonna wanna eat it or anything like that. But I just need to control getting these calves out. Going this long and going away from their place of where they already known. Calves are like little piglets, like little lambs. When they get comfortable in their one location, they don't wanna move. Oh, I'm actually starting to sprinkle. You smell that sprinkle, Jennings?
Oh, yeah.
So we gotta get these cows moved, but I think we'll be okay. Aiden's coming out, Annabelle's coming out. So hopefully we can get these cows moved with no problem in a cinch. Oh. Come on, hip, 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 hip. Come on. Go this way, hopefully they'll about have it. If they go through the orange line, they can. Come on. See if I can get that calf up. Hold it closed until. Alright, all the cows are coming up pretty good right here, but I have two calves over here that don't really know what to do, so I'm gonna try to push their two mamas and make them walk. Bad thing about right here is it is very snaky. We see tons of snakes here all the time, so I'm gonna go behind them and push them. Go girls, go! Hip, 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 hip. Aiden's gonna stay at the front and I'm gonna stay at the back so I can keep these calves moving. See how nice this looks? We got it all cut, 15 acres. Now again, I mean, we still got like ditches to weed eat and all that. I'm not worried about that today. I just need to get it cut, let the cows eat it, and then get it cut so that way I can control it and try to get some seeds in here. We also need to come in here with a big piece of equipment, fix this culvert. But like all these trees that are like falling down from bad storms, we need to go and cut them, and that way they can go ahead and get out of the way because they're never gonna grow up pretty. So the pond, I still gotta burn that over there behind that pond. I can't get it burned because it stays too wet back there. So I may have to hire a track hoe company in here. It's got a big monster track hoe to be able to come in here, pick it all up and try to burn little spots because it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do it. Perfect, they're moving. See those calves at the back? If we can get the calves moving and the small little, steers that we have, they're about 400, 500 pounds. The ones that are what we call our weaned calves, last year calves, we'll be okay. But it's coming there, it's getting there. I mean, like there's some little, like that scrappy tree I'm gonna go ahead and cut because it's, it's not gonna grow pretty. I got Jennings up there on the Ranger. He's gonna just stand there and hold his hands up. I may open that up and see if I can get that one out while I'm walking down the road. You'll be behind, you'll be in front of them. I'm gonna try to get that one too. We got that other steer that's with the other one, the difficult one we've talked about forever.
You want me to just hold them at that gate up there?
No, we're gonna go this way, so. Yeah, you can hold them at that gate. You can hold them at that gate. Just lock the gate, close it up. Make them follow you. If they go down the road, that's okay. All right, hold on. The calves, let's make sure the calves are going. So this is what I was afraid of. I'm gonna try to walk behind them. She looks like she's fixing to go in with her mama. It's fine, just walk on the road. Stop them if you can, because I got calves I can't get out. All right, that one calf's out. There we go, both calves are out. So Aiden couldn't get in front of them. This is what we were afraid of. This is the only thing about cows is, with cows it's fine, it's calves. When calves get over here, it kind of makes it tough. Plus we have a bull with these, which kind of makes it jeopardizing too, so. Looks like they're stopping. All right, see if you can get ahead of them. If that worked out, we actually got this one out. The difficult steer, what we call the motley face steer. So that's good. So everybody's together. Now the fun's gonna be when we get up here to the very top where Jennings is at, that we can control them. Hack! Hack! We should close. You should have closed it. Hack! All right, cows double back. Can't get them out. So now we're gonna try to get the sheep moved. That was a failure. Utter failure. Hopefully I can still move them. Don't let them out yet. Just get them close. Well, we got them moving together. Let's just see if we can get them out.
And a half hours later.
What a debacle. That did not work out like we planned. Again, animals, man. Animals. People have no idea. They see pictures of farms online and they think how cool they are. It's hard work. So if you notice, the cows are in the sheep area and the sheep are finally out. All the hair and sweat, look at all the hair from the sheep on me. We had to, so we had the gates open for the sheep to come out the way that we planned. Well, what happened was, instead of Aiden just not thinking, it's not his fault, but instead of him thinking, well, they came down the road instead of the fence, instead of closing that gate off, I was trying to yell at him, but the cows were going crazy. You gotta close the gate, you gotta close the gate. Well, guess what they did? They doubled back and went right in the field that they were supposed to come out of. Well, they went back in it. Well, they've met fresh grass and I got calves, and that field is not the field that you can come out of easy. You can go when you're walking, but to pull them out, it's just impossible. So I was like, that's not the field they need to be in. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, you know, I told you I was planning on cutting this field and taking it out of here. Well, it kind of worked out in a way. Instead of cutting this field, I said, well, I'll just put the cows over here, let them finish it out, then cut behind them, because they'll eat all the rest of the grass that the sheep didn't. I was gonna move the sheep anyway. Well, we thought that was gonna work out good because they all started moving at the same time. At the very back of the sheep was a cut wether. Very difficult to control sheep if they're not together. Well, what happened was he started going an opposite way of the rest of them. Got scared and then got left. Well, a left sheep's even worse than sheep followed each other, because now he has nowhere to go and he doesn't. They're so dumb, sheep are so dumb, that he's just all out confused and going crazy. So I'm running around in here. I get Romeo out. Romeo helps pin him. I have to carry him out. Look, I mean, I'm disgusting. Had to carry him out. Got them put in to eat that field. So I was going to actually bush hog that field, bush hog this field, spread the seed, and then move the cows all the way up. None of that happened. Had to put the sheep over there, the cows right here. I couldn't put the cows over there. See, that field's got to go through the hogs. Well, if I try to bring these cows through those hogs, it's going to be World War III. The sheep could care less, and they're so scared, they don't want to challenge them. They just walk through them quickly, even the ram. Well, the bull would not do that. Bull would have probably caused a major problem. So, an absolute disaster. Disaster. And see, I didn't really want this because now my bull is right next to the fence with my dairy cows. And I think all my dairy cows are bred. They're supposed to be. But if he wants to get to them, guess what he's going to do? He's breaking my fence. So, I'll be honest with you. Train wreck. Train wreck. There's days on our farm that I struggle. Not because, I'm just being honest with you guys, I don't sleep a lot. I'm stressed. And when things don't go right, and things like go complete disarray in the middle of the fact that at least we had sun, at least it didn't start raining. I mean, there's bad clouds sprinkling, went away. Hey, that's great. I'm not complaining about that, especially, but I spent all that time moving all the waters and everything like up there, and I don't have the availability just to waste a lot of time because I'm so busy with all the jobs that I have. And guess what? When things go wrong, it causes me so much strain. So Misty, during school, she came on out, which was a big help. I hate calling her when we're during school because she gets stressed because she's got to finish up school. So it's done now. But what I'm gonna do is let the sheep stay over here, let them eat what they want to eat out of yet, then I'll clean it up. Cows are in here. They're not gonna stay long in here because that little paddock on that many cow, it'll be gone in 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna probably just give them a small waterer, probably not even bring a trough in, because ultimately they're going to need to be moved probably after the Dude Perfect concert, which will be Monday. So they may make it for about 2 or 3 days in there. I may throw, well, they got an old bale of hay from the sheep that they didn't eat, so they'll probably finish that off. But workout, I will say that, workout. That was the difficult one right there. He was challenging. We got him though. So we'll let them eat what they want out of here. You'll see they'll eat some grass. They'll eat some of that old weed stuff that cows won't eat. And then we'll cut it, clean it. This field is still stress to me because I can't balance it out. The soil's been so bad for so long because it had pines on it. That's why, again, guys, I'm not growing any pine thickets. I hate them. I know they're important, but they destroy the soil. They really do. And I can't get it balanced back out. So I can't get grass hardly growing in there other than weeds. So it's gotta just take time. Sheep help more than cow because they spread their manure a lot better than cow do. But I mean, the bad thing is I got so many trees in here that's still dead, this pine, that they're gonna fall, and I'm gonna still have to get a piece of equipment in there that's gonna cause problems, you know. So it's just, I have kind of a stress. This one's stressing to me. The south one's stressed just because it's new, but this one's just, it was such a great field previous to all the problems I had with the drought. That's just been a problem. So I think the rain caught me. If you can tell, I'm soaking wet. It's flooding. I did get both gardens done. I got some trees cut in the new field out there, so it's a little bit more clean and nice looking. But it looks like I'm going in for right now, and we'll figure out what the weather's gonna do in the next little bit. But I've got to get some dry clothes because I am soaking wet. My phone is soaking wet. I've got it under my shirt because I got caught on the other side of the farm in this rain. Well, we ate lunch. Misty made some homemade bread and sandwiches. Of course, I'm on carnivore-ish, so I actually just ate some eggs, but it's amazing. This is Mississippi, guys. I mean, it flooded. I was so soaking wet I had to change when I got inside, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to just not worry about doing the rest of the chores because I needed to get that fence done over there and move some hay and things like that. Sorry, we're fogging up because it's humid outside. But now all of a sudden, look at this. Storms are gone. It's sunshining again. Welcome to Mississippi. So let's go over there. We're gonna try to get started on some fence. I definitely can't get it all done today, but I'm gonna try to get some of it done today, so that way it just makes it a little bit easier tomorrow. And again, before we go to someone like, go out of town with do perfect things, or we have a little family thing next week here, and a homeschool thing here next week. So we try to make sure everything's done, ready, and it's gonna take time away from me doing chores. And of course, you see the trailer. I've got to load some pig because I got to process a pig next week. So it's a lot going on, so I cannot let this project of fencing slow me down. We've done it this way for a long time, using just a piece of equipment or a four-wheeler or the side-by-side to basically use the come along and just pull it. And basically, that way it pulls it tight enough to where then we can pin it on the post and keep it going. We have got around 45, 50 acres total. 30 some odd that we're actually farming right now, but every bit of it's been barbed wire in, and majority of it has been us. Now we've had some that we've had friends help us or some subbed out, but majority is us. So we've hung enough fence, we've fixed enough fence, like for instance right down there, I don't know if you can tell, but through the storm, dead pine takes that out. And see, this land behind us I do lease just as a buffer zone, but I don't own it. I actually bought this 15 acres from that owner. So they're not, you know, they don't live here. Eventually they'll cut that and it'll be really ugly probably, because it's gonna be a cutover. But to be honest with you, I may actually like it better just because I have no southern neighbors anyway, and all that is starting to die right on the corners, and that's destroying my fence. So I've got to fix the fence over there. I'll probably let Aiden do that tomorrow, but we're gonna get this side done. Yeah, again, look at this. This looks like it's coming right back. So I don't know if it's gonna stop the rain. I'd love to get these 5 strands on and maybe start another strand at least on the bottom of the other sides, and that will take a whole lot of stress off of me over the next few days. Whew, what a day. So we've got the gate placed. We got to actually dig it, get it set, and actually hang it right. We've got this whole line done. Jennings helped me for the first part, and then he was spent and he stayed out here for a little bit longer. Then Aiden came out, he got finished with his chores, he came on out. He helped me finish the last, the 5th strand up here, and then we went on. We got to actually get in. Misty had to go to an event, and so most of the kids are still inside except for her and the youngest one. So it was like a little birthday party thing. So they had to go there, and I got to actually get my video ready. So it's one of those things that you're seeing truly how crazy my day can get. But we also got this side done too. So 2 sides done, completed, and that way the cows can graze on this in the next few weeks. Again, they're actually on the sheep paddock because of a crazy time. I didn't have my camera on as much, but I was furious. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. So we got the post in, of course, but this is the last side to pull. So tomorrow morning, we got the excavator set up to pull. It stopped raining. I'm soaking wet from sweat and rain, but it stopped raining. So now we're just gonna finish up the day, spend time with the kids, and enjoying supper together when Misty gets back. But man, we got a lot done today. Goodness gracious, even though it was just a horrendous morning with the animals. Days on the farm. So you see the line is ready to go. We're gonna pull it tomorrow, hang the gate, and then that way all of this area will be back ready. If you remember, there was fencing there. It wasn't the fact that fencing wasn't there. The fence was weak in some spots. They kept breaking it. It was kind of on the hill, so it never held strong. That's where that brown cow kept breaking out, if you remember. The steer that we let in this morning, that guy. So we had time, or didn't have time, but we made time to say, we're gonna fix all that today, especially before they all get back in here. So since we had the time, we were gonna go and do it and get it finished. Man, I'm tired. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and God bless.